Wait. Sorry, give me a second. I have to make sure my. I gotta make sure the camera's okay. All right, that should be helpful. Now, going straight to business. Oh man, focus. Straight to business today. We're going to be playing Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe because I bought it. I think day before yesterday. It was on sale. Excuse me. Yes. So let's do that today. We could also play Indigo Park, which I might do tomorrow. So we have Poppy Playtime, Indigo Park. Nice, Paul. Good to see you again. So, Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. Amazing. Indigo Park. And, of course, Poppy Playtime, right? Doors? No. I'm taking a break from Doors. I'm not sure exactly how long, but we'll see. Okay. Then I guess we also have Half-Life 2. I don't even know what this is. Peggle? What? Wait. Hi, Gabrina. So I played Stray for 210 hours. Holy crap. That's actually insane. But today, said, we're playing Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. If my voice is bad and if I'm coughing, that is because I have a cold yet again. Give me a second. Cold yet again. It'll be a good one. I can already tell. Best part is I have to go to a wedding next week. Actually, no, this weekend. Yeah, I have to drive 10 hours to a whole nother province. It's gonna be cool. It's 7 gigabytes. Holy crap. So I have played Stanley Parable before. Of course we've played Stanley Parable before. But Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, that's 20 extra endings. I think that's 20 extra endings. I think so. Collector's Edition. I want the Collector's Edition. Anyway. Oh my goodness, this is gonna take forever. Hi Lightning Gamers. Can I be mod? Yeah, you've been here long enough. You can totally be mod. There you go. Okay. Okay, Paul, type something in chat. There you go. You should be mod now. That should have worked. That should have worked. Dude, this is going to take forever. It's going to be a long little bit, you can already tell. There you go. Alright. So, I was supposed to get a new chair today. Alright, because you might already know, my chair game has been terrible. Like, so, you hear this? That's creaking from my chair because it's broken. Yeah, it's miserable. But, you know what? Though my chair is broken, what's the worst that could happen? You know what I'm saying? So, plan is, let me explain exactly what I'm saying. Okay. So, my chair sucks. You can hear it creaking right now. The leg literally fell off yesterday. Twice. So, I was thinking, dang, I need a new chair. Just so happens that my neighbor is moving, and he's selling one of, like, his really nice office chairs. I'm like, dang, I needed an office chair. Then I go, and then it's huge. Like, it's a huge chair. So, I'm just gonna have to live with this crappy IKEA chair for the rest of my life. The rest of my streaming career. Yeah. 1 second. I'm noticing a little bit of glare. Closing my window. Hopefully that'll help a little bit. Oh, wait. Did that just make it worse? I don't know. It's probably fine. No problem, Paul. No problem. Okay, so it is probably like 1/3 done. Hello! Good to see you. Filipina? Is that how you say your name? If it is, good to see you. Okay, what is the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe Collector's Edition? I want the collector's. Let me Google it. I have time. Like, I'm not doing anything right now. Well, that's Bing Chat. Alright. So, 1 second. Dude, it just showed up. Edition. I spelled it wrong. Whatever. It'll be fine. What's the worst that could happen? Let me see this. So. Wow. Is that a tie? 2, I think, CDs. A book, some kind. The thing, the thing, yeah. Yeah, something like that, yeah. Anyway. There's the bucket! Oh my goodness. Wait, okay, that's cool. The bucket. The button. That's Stanley. Dang, that's pretty cool. Bucket manual. Wow. Yeah, there's Stanley. You can tell he's having an existential crisis, actually, though. Bucket manual. If you thought the cost of shipping was unreasonable now, imagine how much it would be to include a metal bucket. So, we're passing the savings on to you. With this bucket manual, raising and training a reassurance bucket is a lot of work and responsibility. But this guide walks you through the process consequence-free. Okay, we're 61% done downloading. I don't know why it takes so long. Oh my goodness. Stanley Parable Deluxe Soundtrack 2. 2 discs. Hello! Oh my goodness, N plushie? Wow. Murder Jones is great. For real. I'm waiting for the next episode to come out. When that comes out, dude, I'm so excited. Because the only problem I have with Murder Drones is that they come out. There's a new episode every like 6 months, and then you forget everything that happened before. And if you forget whatever happened before, that's not very helpful for remembering what's like. You know what I mean? It's just gonna be kind of hard. Yeah. Okay. So 71% download. Yes. Again, excuse my slightly raspy voice today. My cold is getting a hold on me. I can just feel it strangling me at the throat. You know what I mean? Yeah, you gotta wait for like... It's almost 80. It's almost 80. We got like a little bit left. We'll get there eventually. I'm sorry you guys have to wait for this. Anyway, we may have a little bit of a special guest today. So, today I stumbled upon a streamer with almost 1,000 subscribers, and he's like awesome. His name's Camel T. He's awesome. Yeah. Played I think it was American Driving Simulator. Man. Yeah. He might show up today. That would be cool. If so, awesome. Okay. 88%, guys. 88%. Almost 10 more. Should I buy the Stanley Parable soundtrack? Dang. I think I should. I don't know. I'm questioning it. Give it 8%. 7%. Straight. 6%. Oh my goodness, guys. 5%. 4%. 3%. 2%. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Paul. That's no, it is actually awesome to see though. There we go. Rand. No, legit, it's so awesome to like look at my subscriber count and go, wow. The fact that there's 5.5 thousand people who like to watch my channel is crazy. Like, who like to hear me just say the stupidest crap you've ever heard in your life and play the stupidest games you've ever played in your life. It's actually insane. Alrighty. I need to situate. Do you guys want subtitles? No, let's do English subtitles. I think, yeah. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Paul. Have you ever played Stanley Parable? Yes. Is it barely visible? That's barely visible. We'll say that. I need to clean my... Oh my goodness. Guys, I'll be back. I need to clean my... I need to clean my thing. Alrighty. I'm back. I'm just gonna clean my screen here. It's bothering me a lot. Oh my goodness, dude, you can see me like... Whoa, that's crazy. Oh my goodness. Good to see you, Camel. Good to see you. Thank you so much for that stream earlier. That was actually amazing. Okay. I'd say that's probably good, right? I mean, if we're talking legitimately barely visible, I would say there, but I feel like that's too far. So let's go there. No, I'm all right. Enter current time. Oh right, because the time. Okay, it's just hit 3:31. Just spam. Oh. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Close enough. You're trembling in your boots? Well, you should be. This is gonna be scary. All right. No, I legit need a new chair though. Okay, wait. No, my chair is so... Wait. Oh, wait. Sorry. My headphones were connected to the computer, but since it's... Okay. Sorry. All right. This should be good. This should be good.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
I'll let you guys hear the story.
Stanley worked for a company.
Oh my goodness, the graphics are so much better.
Employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard.
Same.
Orders came to him through a monitor at his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year.
Same.
And although others might have considered it soul-wrenching, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job.
It's not supposed to be scary.
And then one day, something
It just kind of has a little bit of an eerie vibe, but it's not scary.
Change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget.
Yeah, Paul, everybody sub to Camel T.
When he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong.
Excuse me.
Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time.
Imagine.
But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
There was an ending where you just close the door.
But
No, I'll open it. Oh crap, I'm locked in. I'm locked in.
What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go any way except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me.
Facts.
In here I can be happy.
Except if you put your finger in the pencil sharpener, that'd probably hurt.
Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell.
I don't know if he can stand for a year straight.
Beyond any doubt was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive.
Yep.
Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer.
Don't you love it when you can just walk through your chair?
Here it comes.
Oh, I'm dead. Cool. Alright, okay, now we'll actually do it. We'll actually do it.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had.
That's an amazing mug. Do you guys see that?
No matter how hard
Says
Stanley
who farted.
looked,
Wow,
he couldn't
that's
find
incredible.
a trace of his co-workers.
Again, why does it... Okay, but why does his desk have only a pencil sharpener and a lamp? He's observing himself sticking his finger into a pencil sharpener. I do that all the time. Number one dad. Pencil sharpener. No pencil sharpener here. Someone's pencil sharpener has been stolen.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office.
I know, I want to get the endings. I want to get the endings.
Did it advance the story in
interesting
any way?
door. It will advance the story. Watch this. Just wait. Wait for the story to advance. So...
Stanley clicked on literally every single door in the office.
I will.
Because he doesn't pick up well on cues from his environment.
I don't know, sounds like my autism to me. I can feel it.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
What's right, left? Okay, so that's left, I think. Yeah, that's left. That's left. Okay, so I'm not going through there.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Facts.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all.
Totally.
Just to spend a few moments, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Will I take the first open door on my left? Or will we wait and not go through it? Opinions, anybody? Because I'm thinking we shouldn't. Just for the sake of because. And I think breaking the rules sometimes is a good thing. Right? So let's not do it.
Stanley was so bad at following directions,
Yeah.
it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
Of course. Oh, I see. Okay. So, I'm over here and I do notice there's a vent. Vent Among Us imposter. Sus. If I get a card, do I get to go through that? Because I know for a fact that wasn't there before. There's also a door over there. Wait, I want to go back up. I think... Never mind. Can't go back up. That's cool. That's cool too.
Look, Stanley,
Let me go back.
I think perhaps we've got
Oh.
enough on the way, but in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do,
Excuse me.
Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death.
Don't we all do
Good
that
job,
sometimes?
Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, instead of just clicking on random stuff, I'm actually going to try.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Hello.
Stanley decided to go
Hello,
to the meeting
Grace.
room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh, there's a thing over there. I want to see the thing over there. I want to go to the thing over there. Okay, there's a door. If I just click on a door hard enough, maybe it'll open. Welcome back. Welcome back in. If I try hard enough, it'll open. Okay, I was lying. I knew that. There's doors that are open. What's it say? Awaiting input. Oh. Oh, interesting. Enter. Can I just... Nothing. Okay. Button. Random buttons. I don't know. I just... Oh, that's interesting as well. I'm noticing a lot of new stuff that definitely was not in
When
the final
Stanley came
game.
to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
We'll just go for it.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Camel, thank you. How to solve a dispute with a coworker. I couldn't read that. Using slides to assure employees that everything is okay. Make sure your slide has a slick blue graphic in the header and thanks. You most of all. That's odd, isn't it? Me most of all? Huh. It kind of seems like maybe. There's the broom closet for the broom closet ending. Oh.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
No. I'll just stay here. It's alright. Oh,
There was
man.
nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No
That's
reason
not
to
true. It's
still
not
be there.
empty. There's a broom. There's one of those things. There's, that thing. Oh, pliers. Interesting.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet.
Actually, I'm not sitting.
He
I'm
wasn't
standing.
even doing anything.
I'm
At
walking.
least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way.
Yeah.
As it is, he's literally just standing there.
Why are
doing
those
a sweet
pliers
thing.
glowing? Why are the pliers glowing, though? They're glowing. That's odd.
Are you really still in the broom closet?
I am.
Standing around doing nothing? Why?
Because
Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
the pliers are glowing. If your pliers are glowing, you might as well, want to touch them, maybe?
You do
Unless they're
realize there's
radioactive.
no choice or anything in here,
That's
right?
not true.
If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out.
Yeah.
But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever.
That's not true.
I never would have thought to mention it.
No, there's a reason that this is a good...
To you, this is somehow its own branching path.
It is.
Maybe when you go talk about this with your friend, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favourite."
It is.
I hope your friends find this concerning.
What friends? You tell me. You tell me right now.
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid.
Oh.
He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is.
What
That
family?
or with drug money.
I love
also,
drugs.
Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Not the hooker part, but yeah, drugs are good. Right, Camel?
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead.
I'm not dead. I can walk.
You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and we're just about to leave because there's nothing here.
I bet if I
There's
looked around
physical
enough, there
malady
would
of
be
some
something in
sort
here.
Shut down your central nervous system, and you collapsed on the keyboard.
I won't collapse on the
Well, in a
keyboard.
situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose.
I don't...
Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead.
Oh, dang,
They
really?
have fallen prey to any number of your countless human
Man, I'm
physiological
dead.
vulnerabilities.
I didn't...
It's
I
indicative
wasn't
of the
prepared for that.
long-term sustainability of your species.
Usually
Please
before I
remove
die,
their
I would,
corpse from the area
you know,
and instruct another human to take their
kind of want a
place,
little bit of a
making
heads
sure
up.
they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming,
Facts.
so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
I'll leave.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Absolutely not. Interesting. A
But
car.
Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And
Yeah.
in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished. His
Yeah.
boss would think he was crazy.
He probably
And then
does.
something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy.
I am.
All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
I don't have
Why
any.
did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went?
A ghost.
And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar.
Probably
Were they
because
simply
I think I'm in a
repeating?
time loop.
No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words
What
for
does
it.
this cup say?
I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer. An
Yes, it's a
explanation.
dream. It's a dream.
His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all.
Yeah.
And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Interesting.
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical star field, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head.
Yes.
One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd, and wondered if
This game is
voice
so
spoke
real.
to all people in
So
their dreams,
so true.
the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too.
Stop yelling.
Surely, if
Stop
he could just...
yelling.
He
My
would
ears
prove it.
hurt.
He would prove that he was in control.
Facts.
That this was a dream.
Yep.
So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up.
Wake up. Wake up.
He
Wake
felt
up. Wake
the
up. Wake
weight
up.
of the blanket on his
Wake up.
skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of
Thank
the
you, maiden. Thank you.
this one. Let me wake up.
Let me wake up.
I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over.
I do wish it to
Let me
be
go
over.
back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please. It's all I want. I want my apartment and my wife.
Stanley could not pull a wife.
All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been.
I agree. I agree.
My life is normal. I am normal.
Facts.
Everything will be fine.
Uh-huh.
I am okay.
Dang. This is therapeutic. That might mean something to me. Oh, man.
Stanley began screaming.
Ah!
Someone wake me up. My name is
Stanley, I have a boss. I have an office. I am real.
Please, just
So,
someone
tell me I am real. I must be real. I
I
must
Can
be.
anyone hear my voice?
Who am I? Who am I?
And everything went black.
Dang, I'm dead.
This is
Excuse
the
me.
story of a woman named Mariella.
Mariel.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew.
Yeah.
Everyone knows what crazy people look like.
Of course.
And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better.
I don't know. That
She
sounds
remembered the meeting she
not
had
great.
scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Why didn't she call the police? I don't know. Maybe an ambulance. What? Ambulance? Ambulance. Got it. Sorry. Calling an ambulance would probably
All of his
be
co-workers
beneficial.
were gone. What
You
could it
know,
mean?
if you see a dead
Stanley
body,
decided
you
to
should
go to the
probably
meeting room.
like
Perhaps he had
see if
simply
it's.
missed a memo.
You know what I mean? So since Stanley Parable Ultra
When
Deluxe,
Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
since Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe has extra stuff, like extra stuff.
Yet there was not a single person here.
I believe 20
Feeling
extra
weighted with
endings.
Disbelief. Stanley decided to go up to his boss. Coming to a staircase,
Yeah.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I will, just this once. Oh. Wow, my reflection, quite beautiful. Money in the morning, money in the evening, money for breakfast, money crisp. Facts. Stream bathrooms. Time magazine, but it's actually Time. Interesting painting. Oh. Maybe don't do that. You know, pandas used to be an endangered species, so...
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him.
Yeah.
And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number.
Yeah.
2845.
What do you say?
But
I think
of
it's
course,
69.
Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
69, I think. Oh, that's odd. Dang, I thought, okay, 1111, right? How is that not his password?
Stanley
that's
just
crazy.
sat around twiddling his thumbs.
Wow.
Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
2845? Is that? Oh, dang, I already forgot what it was. Oh.
2845.
Sorry, did you say, did you say 8, 5, yeah. Oh, man, that's odd, isn't it? Okay, fine, I'll just...
Forgot, but it turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in. And the door just opened all by itself. And Stanley got the hell along with the story. Well, whoop-de-doo.
Whoop-de-doo. That's our... Yep. Can I leave? I don't want to do this. I hate being peer pressured into doing stuff like this. This is so stupid. So stupid. Let's just do something. Come on. Guess not.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him?
I'm gonna go back up.
This question would not go unanswered for long. Whoops. Nope. Never mind. Stanley actually got back into the elevator and went back up. Silly me. Why did Stanley do that when he knew that it would just lead back to his boss's office? Well, that's a great question. I just can't wait to find out. Here we are, Stanley. It's your boss's office.
Really?
Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator. It's still just exactly what it is.
Are you sure?
What a decision you've made to come up here and look at the office again. This has fleshed out the plot of the story in new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated. It's that keen eye for storytelling that you have, an incisive rapid fire of critical plot points, one after the other, weaving a rich tapestry of uncompromising narrative. Wow. I'm bolted to the edge of my seat.
I'm sure you are. Okay, I'm gonna stop.
Incredible. Now he's getting back into the elevator and going down again. Ladies and gentlemen, how does he keep coming up with all of this?
I can't, I don't know. Just crazy. I'll go back up.
You think we were going to go
Excuse me.
forward down the spooky corridor? No. It's time once again to go back up in the elevator. I can't even begin to grapple with what might be up there. Is it the boss's office again?
No.
Or what if it's the boss's office this time?
No,
the suspense
really?
is killing me.
I'm so curious. You know, you could never, it's just so challenging. How could you ever know?
Oh my God. It's the boss's office.
Crazy? Really?
This absolutely changes everything for me.
Sure.
Give me a time out here for a minute while I process this. Okay, I'm
There you go.
ready.
You're good?
I'm
Okay.
prepared to embrace this stunning revelation and to move forward with... No! No, wait! No! I need more time to process.
Okay, go for it. Man, he's really processing it this time. You done? You done?
All right. I have fully come to terms with it.
I am playing
I'm
Stanley
space
Parable
in my
Ultra
worldview
Deluxe
for this
version.
astonishing new
I paid
reality.
$15 for this.
As before, I turn to your expert eye for gripping narrative, Master Stanley.
Of course. I'm gonna go down and then I'm gonna come back up again.
Of course. Going back down in the elevator.
Yep.
How did I not anticipate it?
I don't
I mean,
know.
sure, now it's obvious, but you have to understand that 30 seconds ago, this kind of thing had never been attempted before.
Never.
I had no frame of reference to even anticipate it. That's just how revelatory Stanley's decision-making is. A breath of fresh air in a landscape of storytelling that has
Yes.
grown
Yes,
stale
of
and
course. Of
repetitive.
course. Oh, well, that is new, actually.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door
No,
that
I'm
read
good.
Mind Control Facility.
I'm alright. I'll go back.
You know what? I just thought of something. Hold on, let's stop for a moment. Don't you realize? It's the anticipation, Stanley.
What
You and
anticipation?
I, we have no way of knowing what will be at the top of this elevator. But
You're
the
right.
suspense, the agony of waiting and anticipating and having to guess, that's the real thrill.
I agree. I
I
agree.
simply don't want to let that feeling go. It's so precious, so fleeting.
Yes.
Why don't we take this elevator ride nice and slow? There we go. Isn't this so much more exciting? You
No.
understand it? It seems like nowadays the only thing that audiences
Hello.
want is to be shocked as loudly and frequently as possible. They want
Yes.
big, explosive moments flung right in their faces from the very moment that things get started. But where's the tension? Where's the trust in the audience to build a slow and nuanced appreciation for the story, the characters? Why aren't we given time to imagine the surprises? To have to think and to anticipate
You should change it
and then
to-
to marvel at the eventual review. This is storytelling, Stanley. What you and I are doing right now. This is the most exciting narrative
I don't
shown
know.
in years. And it's really all
Change
because of
it
you.
to like just some
You're
random
the one
word.
who took this bold step of revisiting the exact same locations over and over. Truly, I mean it. This is unique and different. It's not like anything else out there. You see,
Yeah, use
I
like
want
a
stories that
random
surprise
word
me,
generator
Stanley.
and
I
then
want to have to
whatever
think.
word it is.
I want to be engaged
That'll be it.
and not pandered to. We're being fed such unimaginative drivel all the time, and we all know it, which is why we're so starved for content that makes us feel sharp and vital and alive.
Yeah.
That's why people like you so much, Stanley, because you're not afraid to spit in the face of tradition.
Yes.
You're a role model, you know. People look up to you. Which is why, though I didn't know when to spring this on you, but, well, I've gathered a little press conference for you.
For
so
me?
that you can talk about your work and your storytelling and your life.
What, like?
Yes, I know you're not much for the public eye, but I thought it would especially mean a lot to the people who have been following you from the beginning.
Right.
They really look up to you, Stanley.
Who doesn't?
I don't know
Who
if
doesn't?
you realize the impact you have on them. This is the kind of gesture that might leave a tremendous impact on them for the better. Oh, good, we're here.
Oh, that is new.
Okay, the room where we're holding the press conference should be just around the corner here somewhere.
World's healthiest human being. All tricks revealed. How we did it. The pyramids. Live. The guy who went to Mars. Wow. All eyes on Stanley, live on stage. I get to go on stage.
Ah, yes, here it is, just through this door.
Okay.
All right, are you ready? I've told them you're going to speak a little bit about the nature of surprise in storytelling and what it means to craft a truly unpredictable narrative. Oh,
Yes.
don't worry, you'll do great. Just be yourself and speak from the heart.
From the heart,
I'm
from the
really
heart.
proud of you, Stan.
I can speak from the heart.
Okay, it looks like they're ready for you.
They better
Go
be.
get 'em.
Thank you, thank you. Nah, I'm good. I'll go back. Nah. It's quite loud. It's very loud. Oh man, that's a quite high-pitched sound.
All of his co-workers were gone. What
Did
did
I-
it mean?
Huh, weird.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Huh. New content.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
That is interesting. I want to go over there. There's a thing over there. And over there. I want to look at all the
Hello,
doors.
and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Damn.
As
Oh,
you
my.
may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on
me.
home computers.
Sorry, my cold is
After
so bad.
receiving critical and commercial success, it was
Wow,
expanded
reverse
upon in
highway.
2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
Home computers. That's what we're calling
The
PCs now?
Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
Yep.
Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable
Ultra Deluxe.
Oh,
Whoa.
this sounds delightful.
It does.
I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
I am.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet.
Elevators
but I'm
are very
sure
special.
It's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
A mesmerizing event. That's right. That's right. Well, it's not moving, is it?
Is it broken?
I think so.
What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere? Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it. I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious.
I agree.
It's as if, oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
I don't know. We'll see this. We'll see. This is going to be amazing.
All right. All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
We're getting there. We'll get there eventually. Nah, I'll finish it. Nah, I'll do one. I just got... Wow.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
Well, there's another elevator, so I'm sure it'll be something
Stanley, I have to
spectacular.
say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators
Excuse
and
me.
jumping.
Jumping is
this what
very
passes for
exciting.
Exciting new content. If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there.
It's
Hell,
not
I
new.
could
I've already
count
read
to
it.
30 trillion. You could put that on the box.
You
The
could.
Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And if... Oh, wait.
Don't touch the button. I haven't actually. I should. I should.
I knew there
I think I saw
something else.
Slime Skull
Let's
play
see
it.
it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
Oh, interesting. It's quite dark down there. What?
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers
I
with
know.
no respect for their fan base
Seriously.
rush a cheap expansion to market
Hello,
for no
Simone.
reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into
I don't
it.
know,
In
that's-
fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance
I don't
department
know if
signed
I
off
want
on
to say
this?
that because I don't
I'm
know what it
infuriated
means.
and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up
Are
to
you
such
sure?
expectations.
Are you sure?
If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks.
Okay, I
Just
won't.
you
I
and
won't
me
do it then.
having a great time together like always.
Yeah.
What do you say, friend?
I am friend. I say yes. Question mark. Alright. The new content quite interesting.
Psst. Stanley,
I'm going.
come over here. In the vent.
But also, I want to see what's
show
out
you
there.
something.
I want to see what's out there, though. Fine. I wanted to see what's over there. You too, Small.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be?
No, I
It
got
got
to
me
jump in
thinking
a
about the
circle.
past
That was
and
very
how much
entertaining.
better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look. I
Wow.
call it the Memory Zone.
Wow.
It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on
2013.
PC. You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how
Collector's
wonderful
edition?
Stanley Parable was before it was
Wow.
solid with a cheap re-release?
I agree.
Remember back in October of 2013
Uh-huh.
when the game originally launched?
I can
Back
hardly
then,
remember that,
video
actually.
games had integrity. Back then, it
What is
all
this?
meant something. Oh,
I remember.
wait.
Oh my goodness. That's... Okay. Oh my goodness. Smile because it happened. Wow. Beautiful. Go outside. Don't play for 5 years. Unachievable. It is impossible to get this achievement. Wow. 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 Nominee. Dang. Oh my goodness, that's when I died. Aw, that's so cute. Wow.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism. 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created."
Yeah.
Did you hear that, Stanley?
Uh-huh.
Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was.
It was amazing.
It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim. It was Persona 3. It was all of them.
It's
And
true.
now, it's nothing.
No, it
It's
is
no
something
games
to
at
me.
all.
It's something to
It
me.
isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk, Marcel. A lifeless
Yeah.
husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Yeah, you're right. Ooh, interesting. Look at that memory zone maintenance. Oh, the buttons. Wow. Person of the year. That's Stanley, I think. There's the lady and there's Stanley. No way. Wow. What a beautiful story. I thought that was the French flag over there.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content.
It could,
It just
yeah.
needed to be left alone. To spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
I agree. Carpet textures? Wow. I want to go in there. The serious room? Let me in the serious room. Wow. Stanley... Wow. That's literally the picture I was looking at earlier. Okay, cool. Jeez, that was a loud sigh.
These were simpler times, Stanley. What I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here? Oh, no. Oh, God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor.
I know what Steam is,
I
thank
haven't
you.
looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
I'm sure.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny.
Oh, man.
With his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining.
What do I think of the haters?
Funny.
I say to the haters,
I suppose I could write up a handful of
I don't really care about the haters, just let them hate, I
The
guess.
game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
To the haters, I say, just, I don't care. No. You know what? I encourage hate comments on my videos because it gets me more views. The algorithm likes it when I get comments, so I'm good with that.
Okay, let's see what this one says. Well, the idea for the game is good. For someone who prefers
The lady is the
video
boss,
games,
really?
This preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley, I'm not preachy, am I?
Nah, it's quite
You
preachy.
can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can.
Yeah, you
Thank
are.
Goodness, this is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down.
It's okay.
Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
Stanley Parable's amazing.
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening.
That's true.
I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt.
Yeah.
Not if it means we can strike even negative reviews from the
Excuse me.
record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
Yes.
And here it is. Go ahead and...
There you go.
Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary... Well, there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's...
Yep.
Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes. Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer. And my God, there's no way out of the room.
Yeah.
Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone.
Uh-huh.
I've looked at it from every angle.
Well, you know what I could
Every
totally
one
do?
of
Just
those
keep
doors.
pressing it.
Oh, Stanley, look back. Look back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks.
I feel bad, but do I, though? I don't know.
Oh.
I will.
It's
You can only
You're
press
here
it when
again.
it...
Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us.
Yeah. Huh, interesting. That's a annoying noise.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, hey,
Entertain us. Yeah, sure.
the end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is
Uh-huh.
never the end, is never the end.
You know, I would leave the room if I could.
Is never the end, 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 is
How long is he gonna be rambling? All right. You just wait until eventually either the narrator comes back, I die, or an entrance actually opens so I can leave. Oh, there's a exit. This music is quite relaxing. Oh? Oh, we're back. All right. Oh.
Good morning. Thank you for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation. We are confirming your shipment of 1,320
Roblox again?
boxes to your place
Oh,
of
hey,
work. Can you
Schwapper.
verify that this is correct?
No. What?
Thank you again for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation.
Of course, of course, of course, of course. So, we know narrator has just disappeared into pure nothing. Okay, well.
Oh, good. You noticed my sign.
Really? It
Yes,
was quite
I
bright.
have something very exciting to show you.
The actual new content this time? Just checking. You never have enough endings, that's for sure.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be.
I agree.
The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever,
What is this music? What is the music?
Stanley
Parable 2? 2? The second Stanley Parable? No.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built
Yeah.
from the ground up.
I
Why,
agree.
there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of
Calling
us.
it the Stanley
Sorry,
Parable
I'm
2
reading the
is
thing
just
here.
so much catchier
It's
than
the song.
Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra
Wow.
Deluxe. What does it even mean?
I don't know.
But the Stanley Parable 2.
Just
now
the two
that's
of
an
us.
artistic statement.
We can
right
make
there.
it if we
It's
try.
future-oriented.
Just the two
It
of
screams
us. Wow.
progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
Yeah. Door does not open. Fake door. New content is out. New content is in. Wow. 2. I think they might like the number 2. Don't talk to me before we had the sequel. Had my sequel. Wow. New mug. New mug. Beautiful drawing. Concept art. It's just a circle. That's cool too. It's more of an oval, actually. My bad. Failed geometry.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around
Wow.
them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Wow. 2. No way, really? The fact that this probably would have been like $100 to get just says 2. I want new content. New content for me? New content for me? No, we have to go this way. Wow.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
Exclusive, the button that says the name of the player that is playing the game.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim.
Right.
But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind.
My mind
forget
is cleared.
whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim.
I am Jim.
I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim, falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim,
I am
seizing
Jim.
all of the world's possibilities as Jim. Whoa, hold on. I wasn't finished setting up the backstory. If you don't properly roleplay as Jim, then you'll never understand the impact of this button.
I don't need
Otherwise,
to.
It's just a stupid button that says somebody else's name.
Because that's what it is.
Okay, we're doing it again, and this time let me finish first. Now, allow yourself to become Jim. All right, fine, whatever. It's just a meaningless button that says Jim. Are you happy now?
Yes.
Get out of here. I'm done with this button.
Give
Why
me the
don't you go humiliate me in front of a different feature that I worked very hard on? See, if you'd only played along, that would have been your name the button says. Instead, I can't even think about it. I'm taking the Jim button away.
No. Aw. I like the Jim button. Name? Hear yours today. Wow. I want a button that says the name Jim. I would totally buy that. Especially if my name isn't Jim, then I want a button that says Jim. Right? Who wouldn't want that?
Maybe I'll only let people named Jim play this. An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it would go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
The infinite hole. Infinite hole? Oh, I want to go in the infinite hole. Wow.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
I'm quite curious to go down there, actually, though. Well, should I? I don't know. Yeah, let's do it. Excuse me.
You see, isn't it wonderful?
Sure.
One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
No, I'm not going to. I'll just wait. You know, what's the point of an infinite hole if it's not
But I
infinite?
do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
Why? Because it's not infinite? Clickbait. I was lied to.
Okay, Stanley, I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but
Yeah.
it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole.
Exactly.
Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite?
No.
Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a...
I'm not dead.
Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley.
Yeah.
I'm a liar and
Why are there so many
you're
cigarette butts
clever.
down here?
Look, I I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling. What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely?
I don't know.
I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem.
Every pause
Look,
button
things
is a
got little
Roman
heated
numeral
there. I
2.
think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite?
Okay.
If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on.
I'll
I'll
stay.
just be up here when you're ready.
Do I want to go up? Let me put a poll. Give me a second. Alright. We're going up, we're staying. Because, to be honest, I feel like, you know what? Maybe I should stay at the bottom of the hole. Just to spite the narrator, right? Or I could return to the surface and explore more stuff, but do we, okay. But do we though? Just wondering, because if we were to go up, we could explore more stuff. If we were to stay here, possibly there's an ending. We could spite the narrator. I might have to go up. Alright, so we got 2. Okay, you guys are saying stay. I don't know if I actually can stay. I'll just keep walking in circles. Maybe something will happen. Alright, I don't think there's much I can do. I'll just go.
Great. Now, I'm very excited to show for heaven.
Yeah, there we
See,
go.
I was right. The problem is you.
I do like
The problem
falling.
is that you like holes too much.
Oh, that's an odd sentence.
A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of...
Yep.
Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time?
No.
I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole.
You said it
I
was
think
infinite.
It was not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you
Well,
decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up.
I'll go back up, and then I'll
Had
just
enough?
get down.
I'm positively thrilled. Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where...
Oh, wow, that was fast.
Okay. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite.
You can tell because
I
the
suspect
circle
I'm
is getting
starting to hit
bigger.
the point where
So.
it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep.
'Cause it's
even
not.
Under lax overall standards for accountability and marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter.
You like Eminem? Not necessarily.
Well, there it is. The shame of my lie has come to... How is this still appealing?
No, I'm stuck.
I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch.
Let me out.
Oh, who am I to
I
judge?
can't get out
You
anymore.
just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on.
Gee. Oh.
Hmm.
No, I'm stuck and I can't jump.
Teleport button not working. You sure? Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. It was working just a moment ago. Try it again. Still nothing. Well, I suppose there is one thing I could do to fix this. I'm out.
Huh?
Goodbye, Stanley.
No.
You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and Now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for.
No.
It's a win for everyone.
No.
You get to be with the whole. I get to do literally anything else. Take care, Stanley.
Don't leave
I
me.
hope you and the whole have a wonderful rest of the
Well, I'm stuck here. No. Dude, it's slightly too tall, so I can't jump. The music's getting more, you know. My transgender cat Siamese identifies as black, but acts Chinese. Whoa. This will take me a minute, but acts Chinese. Wow, that's interesting. Just getting the desk nice and, you know. Dang, this music slaps. No wonder there's CDs and vinyls for the soundtrack. This will take a minute. Oh, there's me, Stanley. It's so dramatic. Yeah, we'll just keep it there. So dramatic, actually. We'll just keep it there. Oh my god. Oh, wait, I do know that lyric. Change your perception. Whoa. Oh my goodness.
Stanley?
Why do I look like that? Oh,
Oh, good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there.
my garbage can just fell over, guys. Give me a second. Yeah.
Because this hole is just so fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment.
I agree.
So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused?
Let me
on the hole?
out.
From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole. And I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodle-pip.
Oh.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
Should I go back? No, I'm not going back. That wasn't ending there. That was 999. Red is the new orange. The baby is all grown up. Really? Bankruptcy. Aww. Oh my goodness, this is amazing. The bucket. I want to see the bucket. See the merch first. Is that like a Ronaldo shirt right there? Yeah, I'd say. Looks like it. No screenshots.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. but I'm undecided on get well someday and happy 12th birthday. Which would you go with?
Go back. I'm not going to.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Happy 12th birthday, step-niece, it is.
Wow. That's amazing. Okay.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision. We're moving on. You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well.
Right.
It's
I'm
the
back.
rest.
Okay, good to see you. Good
already
to see you.
spent all your
Good to
jumps
see you,
the
Ball.
first time we saw the jump circle. Oh well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece then.
All right. Where's the bucket again? Oh, wait. I know where it is. There's the bucket.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game.
Yeah.
It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket.
Really?
You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As
Wow.
long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting.
Well,
You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of
Oh,
jarring
what's this?
cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be
bucket.
less
Just pick it
uncomfortable.
up.
Can you
Wow.
imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution.
Yeah.
Come on, give it a try.
I will. Stop laughing.
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body.
Yes.
And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well?
Riz for
I
me?
think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person.
I have Riz now.
The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Can't believe Stanley has Riz now. Wow. That's crazy. I can just carry around bucket now? Wow.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game?
I think so.
That really should be an award if it isn't already.
Well, this is certainly spectacular, I will say. The gym button, right? No way, he moves? Wow. Achievement? I want an easy achievement.
Now, here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident?
No.
Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement.
I want it.
Yes. Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel.
I'll
to
fix
at
it.
last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
Yeah. something will totally happen. Wow. That was disappointing. Interesting. There's a thing over there. Oh. That might be a glitch. I think it's a glitch. Oh, there's a thing over here. It's not actually anything. Wow. That's incredible.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet? Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable
I need to
2,
fill the bucket?
you'll run around
Okay.
gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines.
With what?
And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Oh my goodness. I want more. I need more. I need
God,
more.
it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game, and then they give you a big fancy reward for it.
I want another one.
Absolutely tragic.
I need more. Those pillows look really uncomfortable. They're like plastic looking. It's like a plastic bag. It legit looks like a garbage bag. The exit? I think maybe going to the exit. Yeah, I'm sure there is an ending with the bucket, but where?
All right. Have you seen everything you wanted to?
How?
Ready to
What do
move
I
on
fill
now?
the bucket with?
Not clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going
My
to
phone
work.
overheated.
There's
I'm very sorry.
definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment.
All right.
I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready?
Yep.
Here it is. I give you the
Stanley Parable 2. Wow. Like I totally care. I totally care.
Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay,
Right.
yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go.
Sorry,
Rush
and my
2.
phone overheated.
Who am
There's
I
a-
kidding, Stanley?
There's.
This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags.
Let me go down
And
there.
I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything.
Yeah.
I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they wouldn't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course.
Sure.
With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Could it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and
I have to leave in like 8
uncompromising
minutes,
conviction,
guys.
This is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Wow. Do I still have my bucket?
This is the story of a man.
My bucket's gone. No.
All of his
Aw.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Means I don't have my
Stanley
bucket
decided
anymore.
to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Maybe there it is. Give me my
Stanley
bucket.
picked up the bucket.
Give me my bucket.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
The right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him,
Yeah.
telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
I agree.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it... No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Yeah, okay.
And so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door. Oh, good Stanley. I'm glad you found your way here. I knew you'd find this place eventually.
Oh my goodness.
You see,
There's
your
my
friends and
wife,
I are
there's my
concerned for you,
kid,
Stanley.
There's
We've come together here
fire.
because we care about you very much.
There's the
It's
line.
This bucket you're carrying around everywhere. The bucket isn't
The adventure
even from
line.
the original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel content. We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the adventure line and the broom closet. Because that's what fans want from a sequel.
Yeah.
They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before. Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it. Don't you want another story involving the adventure line? We could
No.
make the adventure line go somewhere new. Yes, yes, that's what... Whee! Look at that wacky line. Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh, and it played some silly music as well.
Oh my goodness. Da 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 da.
Now, this
Oh.
is what the Stanley Parable is all about.
Yes.
Don't you remember all those great jokes from the original dialogue? Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Yeah.
It's as classic now as it was back then.
It was.
Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this. But if we want to do that, you're going to have
The
to do
purple room. Alright, well.
Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket. That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character. This is the Bucket Destroyer.
No. No, no, no,
I
no,
think
no.
it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable.
I need to
True,
fill it
also
up.
was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree?
I'm
Can
not
you
putting the
guess what
bucket in
Bucket
there.
Destroyer does? Surely you don't need me to spell it out for you.
You probably do, actually. I can't
Go
spell.
ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket. And
No,
then pop it into the machine when
I'm
you're
not
ready.
doing it. I will find a way to turn it off.
Now listen to me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket.
No.
I don't know what the Bucket Destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket.
It won't.
Destroying buckets is all it knows. That is its singular personality trait.
My
Sure,
personality
I can
trait
hear you
is
saying, how does a character with only one personality trait deserve to join the pantheon
the
of
meeting
beloved
room
Stanley
thing.
Parable characters?
Well, I
Well, you
can't
see,
do that
if
now.
you were to really explore the Bucket Destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with
I
complexity
know.
and nuance that it's really like 10 personality traits. What other object in this game can you even say that about? The broom closet? Certainly not. I wonder what sort of Bucket Destroyer merchandise the fans will be clamoring for after this. Okay, the Bucket Destroyer is getting very upset now. You'll have to hurry and feed it. We can't get back to the classic Stanley Parable characters like the Adventure Line or the Bucket Destroyer until you crush that damn bucket. Quickly now, the fans are waiting. Do it, the fans.
I'm not
Stanley,
gonna
give the
destroy it.
fans what they want.
I'll try
Hurry.
to do it again. I'll try to find the meeting room. Maybe I can.
The Bucket Destroyer, my prized prized creation. You had so much potential. We were going to do such marvelous things with you, tell such spellbinding stories about you, all of it squandered now. Goodbye, new friend. For the moment in time that you were here, you were magnificent.
No, I disagree. If your only personality trait is destroying buckets, I don't know if you have a interesting personality. Sorry, it's true. All right. Okay, when I get the bucket, I'll go in the meeting room this time.
All his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of...
I'll go to the meeting room. I'm going to the meeting room immediately.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him.
There is a way to get to
that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Well, no, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back, and so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
Okay, I'm in the meeting room.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers.
You need to hear the bucket? What do you mean? How do I hear the bucket? What? And what do you mean? What do I do with the bucket? And what do I do with the bucket? What do I do? And what? Transcend, lunch, travel, metamorphosis, less air, pollution, a boat, mitosis. What? Monetize, free to play. Wow. That's incredible. And I need like I need proper instructions of what to do with the bucket. I want the bucket ending. Okay, fine then. I'm not listening, Ed.
Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket.
It wants my bucket?
You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy. It's
right.
As clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket. I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in the broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
No. No, wait.
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember,
wow.
No reward for collecting all of these. Only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done.
Nah,
you
I
can't
get.
buy that sort of happiness, Stanley.
I want an achievement.
So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
Cargo? What are you saying? The last thing I remember this kid doing. Oh man, I'm tired. Don't you love it when it doesn't do anything?
Stepping into
No.
his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire, if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him, always.
Yeah.
The bucket would. And he knew it. The two of them were inseparable. At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk. Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the PIN number for the keypad was 2845.
Okay, I'll just do it. I'm not messing around this time.
But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Right. Oh, I have to go. Wait. Guys, I'll just keep going until either my mom or dad comes in and says, "Hey, no more of this
Another
shenanigans."
miniature Stanley figurine. There really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini stands? Stanley figs? Oh, what about Stanlerines? Yes, I think I like that. Another Stanlerine under your belt.
Right.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
Okay.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley and the bucket would both meet a violent death. The door behind them was not shut. Stanley and the bucket still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley and the bucket were knowingly walking forward into a very...
Okay, guys, legit, I have to go. I'm so sorry. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you very much. Goodbye.